Army takes responsibility for airstrike in Kaduna. Federal government replies criticisms on delegation size at COP28. Foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau dissolved parliament after coup bid. I am Constance Mega. Conflicting legal representation delayed the hearing of the case brought by Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara against the State House of Assembly. At the Isiokpo High Court today, the judge, Justice Ben White, adjourned to 20th December when two lawyers appeared to represent the Martin Ameule-led House of Assembly. Two other lawyers also showed up to represent the ADC-led lawmakers. One of the lawyers for ADC camp tells correspondent Bureau the judge advised both parties to themselves.
Some other lawyers came also entered appearance on behalf of the defendant, so which brought the court to a stalemate because of the completion of representation. Two lawyers representing two defendants. So this one has instruction from the former, this one has instruction from right to So the court ordered that the parties should go back and resolve on the issue of representation and who exactly, which of the counsel should exactly.
Recall that Governor Fubara had approached the Rivers State House of Assembly, the Speaker, Deputy the Clerk, the Chief State, continuing impeachment against him until the hearing of the C5. Officially, Rivers State GD said the police alleged have killed Stadal over the weekend have been arrested at a meeting among imports today. On the victim force to police investigation, they have not disclosed of the officers.
I heard about that on social media and that were to coordinate with the officer. I'm not to officers who caught that team arrested. So I'm waiting to complain from the victim that what I will really look at. Officer, so not anything the kingdoms will give further about two out.
Well, some police officers attached to the Burukiri in Port Harcourt for allegedly being hostile in Naira while the kidnapped way to work at 8 p.m. Friday. The officers arrested when team force at point. The hotel owner contacted the PO as the victim led the police to the location where the officers were waiting for the ransom. Well, correspondent Emeko Karot that CPD also warned against the use of tinted glasses and good non-plates.
The government has tried as much as possible to say that we discourage the use of tinted glasses. Use of tinted glass impede activities of police officers, put the lives of officers on duty at risk because you are not able to see what is inside the vehicles before they get to you. And when victims are kidnapped, they put you in tinted vehicles. Nobody can see you when you call for help. A lot of people driving around town covering their number plate. This is against the law and henceforth this will be enforced. Nobody has right to cover their number plates.
Also at the briefing, CPDSU paraded wanted gang leaders Barry Dapo, Igia and Elvis Gordon, who were arrested in Kereken Boy community of Kana local government area of Rivers State for kidnapping and burying alive a former CDC chairman in Kana local government area, Praise Dekian.
In separate crack operations, men of the anti-cultism unit arrested two suspected armed robbers and kidnappers in Kerenebua community of Kana local government area. The two of them confessed to being leaders of cult groups in Kana local government areas and have been terrorizing Kana local government area for the past 3 years. These cult groups have been known to have endless clashes in the community. During interrogation, they also admitted to killing and burying one Praise Dekian, a former CDC chairman, after collecting 200,000 naira.
The police boss also said that operatives last month intercepted one Boma Loveday at Burukiri axis of Port Harcourt and recovered one AK-47 rifle.
He resisted being searched, but officers on duty insisted as they were responding to a tip-off. Upon conducting a search, there was found in his possession a bag containing AK-47 magazine loaded with 13 rounds of 7.62 and 39 mm live ammunition. The suspect and exhibit are in police custody as investigation continues.
Elsewhere, the Nigerian Army has taken responsibility for Sunday's airstrike that reportedly left over 30 villagers killed and several others injured in Kaduna State. The Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arowan, confirmed this after an emergency security meeting today. He said the troops were on a routine mission against terrorists and accidentally the operation affected members of the community. He also said search and rescue operations are still ongoing. In other news, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, has urged trial judges to stop remanding minor offenders with hardened criminals. The AGF spoke at a workshop in Abuja today and called for the effective use of non-custodial sentencing by judges and magistrates in the country. Still to come, federal government replies criticisms on delegation size at COP28 summit in Dubai. Stay tuned. Thanks for staying with us, and now to the rest of the news. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has clarified that the number of delegates sponsored by the federal government to attend the ongoing climate summit in Dubai is 422 and not 1,411. The minister, in a statement, said the clarification is in line with the government's pledge to conduct itself with transparency and accessibility regarding public information. He also said Nigeria has a significant stake in climate action, and her active and robust participation at the summit is important. Traders at the popular Ikoku spare parts market in Port Harcourt say they were not consulted following the proposed siting of a new spare parts market on the outskirts of Port Harcourt. In an interview with our correspondent, some of them welcomed the move but called for policies that would help facilitate the smooth relocation of the traders.
What are the policies of government that can make everybody willing to move out of the street? The traders needs to be consulted. Governments are not in the market. We are in the market. We are the ones who knows what goes on, what is good for us and what is good for the state. To me, I think the leadership of Ikoku needs to be consulted and ask us where and what we need.
Moving us to a different location will bring development to that area.
If they give us the permanent place, it will be okay.
We are not carried along. I don't know anything about that. And our leaders, they have not told us anything concerning that. The place you are talking about, I don't really think it will give us a good site to do our business.
The location day off. I did in an area where go fit suit the business now we for like and.
Well, other traders whose shops were affected following the construction of the flyover also spoke to our correspondent. Now, over the weekend, Governor Siminalayi Fubara signed a memorandum of understanding for the construction of 20,000 affordable houses and a spare parts market in the outskirts of Port Harcourt. As the holiday season approaches, interstate commercial drivers in Port Harcourt have ruled out plans to increase transportation fares. Some drivers at the motor parks in Rumokoro, Waterlines and Choba spoke to our correspondent.
I know just say Christmas will influence anything more because the price now, people they complain say they high. Turn up they low, very low. People need to travel again. Money no day.
Since our president removed subsidy, price get high. You can see the park is scanty. No passengers due to the money of a thing. Most people do way big to their loved ones instead of traveling.
Because the fuel increasement, that's why we make it 20-something thousand so that we, the drivers and the union, we gain from it.
Our correspondent reports that Port Harcourt to Yenagoa costs between 2,500 and 3,500 naira. Port Harcourt to Warri costs between 7,000 naira and 8,000 naira, while Port Harcourt to Owerri costs between 2,500 naira and 3,500 naira. Port Harcourt to Abuja and Kaduna costs between 24,000 naira and 29,000 naira, while Port Harcourt to Lagos costs between 20,000 naira and 25,000 naira, while Port Harcourt to Umuahia costs between 4,000 naira and 5,000 naira. On the foreign scene, the president of Guinea-Bissau today dissolved parliament ahead of fresh elections. He said an attempted coup had thrown the country into a new crisis. And that's the news, but before we go, let's take a look at the highlights. Conflicting legal representation has delayed the hearing of Governor Fubara's case against the Rivers State House of Assembly. Police have arrested the officers accused of kidnapping a hotel staff in Rivers State. The federal government has replied criticisms on the delegation size to COP28 summit in Dubai. And on the foreign scene, Guinea-Bissau has dissolved its parliament after a coup attempt. The news was edited by Martha Okerenkem. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I am Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening. Good evening.